Let's set the plate. Here's a little baseball recap from yesterday. Then we will preview today's games as well with the action report. Padres defeat the Nationals 3-0 with Dylan Cease getting his throwing a no-hitter, second no-hitter in Padres history. Orioles defeat the Marlins 7-6. If you had Orioles -1.5, you are disgusted with yourself. But Orioles money line comes through and cashes. Took a couple extra innings against the Fish here, but they got it done. They get the win. Tigers shut out the Guardians 3-0 win. The Tigers, I have this thing here, and I'm like, man, it seems like the Tigers have been winning a lot lately. Check this out. Check out this little stat. So the best and worst teams in July here. Come on, there we go. Tigers are up at the top. They're 12-6 in the month of July. July's just their month. The A's are 11-6. The Rangers 11-6. Look at all these. Meanwhile, you got all these bums over here. The White Sox can't get a win to save their life. They're 3-14. Miami 6-11. Mariners 6-11. Yankees 6-11. Not their month. But yeah, these are the best and worst teams so far in July. I think this was not updating yesterday's games, by the way. So prior to yesterday's game start. But yeah. So there's your teams crushing it. Tigers crushing it, man. Don't step in front of a heater. Speaking of the White Sox, they lose to the Rangers 2-1 yesterday. I am so glad I didn't. I was going to ladder it because I'm like, Scherzer's got to have himself a good game coming up here, right? He's got to have himself a good game. He's 1-3 on the season. He's due for a good game. He did have a good game, but the Rangers' bats were nowhere to be seen, but they get the win, so that's all that matters. Rays defeat the Blue Jays 13-0 off 16 hits. Patriot says Tigers have good pitching. Okay. Dodgers, the run line, the cover of the run line for me, they get the 6-4 win over the Giants. As I said earlier, I had the run line in this one. Giants put up 2 to tie the game at the top of the 8th. I thought my bet was screwed, but the Dodgers come through and score 2 of their own in the bottom of the 8th and then get it done in the 9th to win 6-4. Mets defeat the Braves 3-2, and then the A's defeat the Angels 6-5. I was thinking about betting A's money line too, but then I was sitting there and I was looking at it and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I trying to figure out who to bet, A's or Angels? Why am I betting on 2 bad teams? What are we doing? So I stayed away. Short slate yesterday. Let's take a look at what we got today. I'm guessing it was a travel day for a lot of these teams. We should have a pretty good slate this Friday. And here we go. We're going over to action. You can do the action report here. Twins, Tigers. Twins -165 road favorites against the Tigers. We were just talking about Tigers, red hot. And they're +150 home dogs to the Twinkies. Something doesn't seem right here, but sharp money is on the Tigers on this one. Action Network expert taking the Twins here. 72% of the money back in the Twins today. Guardians and the Phillies. Phillies -165 home favorite against the Guardians. The Guardians, who at one point had the best record in the MLB. They've been stumbling here lately. They're +150 road dogs. 86% of the money back in Philadelphia today. Reds, Rays, -105 both ways. Flip a coin. No favorite in this one. Sharp action taking the Reds. Big money back in the Rays with 88% of the money on Tampa Bay. Padres, Orioles -197 home favorites against the Padres. Sharp money and big money back in the Padres at +178, but 59% of the money is on the Orioles. Rangers and the Blue Jays. Rangers have to travel all the way up to Canada and take on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays, who just got shut out 13-0 yesterday against Tampa Bay, now taking on the Rangers. Blue Jays -120 home favorites. Rangers +110 on the comeback. Big money back in the Rangers today. Only 33% of the bets, but 66% of the money back in the Rangers. That's a good differential there. Braves, Mets, game 2. Mets -131 home favorites. Braves +120 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Mets. Big money back in the Braves, but 62% of the money is on the Mets. The Mets have been red hot. Yankees, Red Sox. Ooh, we got a good series here. Yankees -120 road favorites against the Red Sox, +110 for the home dogs. Sharp money on the Yankees. Big money back in the Red Sox in this one. 68% of the money on the Red Sox at home today. Cubs and the Royals. Royals -142 home favorites. Cubbies +130 on the comeback. Sharp money and big money back in the Royals, though, with 93% of the money on the Royals at -142. But you got an Action Network expert jumping on the Cubs at +130. Dodgers and the Astros. That should be a good series. Astros -118 home favorite. Sharp money and an Action Network expert back in the Astros at home here. Game 1 against the Dodgers. 65% of the bets, 54% of the money on the Astros. But you have big money back in the Dodgers at +108 road dogs. When do you ever get that? I always stay away from this when you see it seems too good to be true. You get plus money on the Dodgers, and everyone's like, how often do you get plus money on the Dodgers? It's like, well, there's probably a reason for that. What up for Menthol? I'm terrible at pronouncing names. What up, dude? He says Indians number one. Hey, they gotta get together, man. They've been slumping. They've been slumping. Um, but yeah, you got 46% of the money on the Dodgers at that one at plus money. Mariners and the White Sox. Mariners need some wins, and what better way than to start a series against the White Sox? Mariners minus 150. They got swept by the Angels. The Mariners did. They got swept by the Angels, and their starting pitching in those 3 games only gave up 1 run in those 3 games. They just collapse, and their bats are just nowhere to be seen. The Mariners minus 150 road favorites. White Sox plus 137 home dogs. Big money back in the Sox today. 23% of the bets, but 63% of the money is on the White Sox in this one. Marlins and the Brewers. Brewers minus 220 home favorite. Sharp money on the Brewers in this one. Big money back in the Fish, though. Big money back in the Fish with only 11% of the bets, but 37% of the money on the Fish against the Brewers here, taking that near 2-1 on those odds. If you want value, that's a value play. Nationals and the Cardinals. Cardinals minus 160 home favorites. Nationals plus 146 road dog. Sharp money on the Cardinals. Big money back in the Nationals day, though. Only 15% of the bets, 54% of the money on the Nationals. What that means for those of you that don't know, there's 15% of all the total tickets of bets placed. There's only 15% of it is on that team, but the actual amount of money, they actually have 54% of the total money, meaning those tickets, those few tickets that are on the Nationals are big money tickets. Meaning people are putting some serious coin behind that team, which means someone knows something usually. Someone knows something. A's Angels, a terrible series, but I'm going to stay away again from this one. A's minus 112 road favorites. Angels plus 105 home dog. Sharp money and big money back in the Angels today at home with, this is a big differential. 34% of the bets, but 81% of the money is on the Angels at plus 105. Pirates and the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks minus 160 home favorites. Pirates plus 150 road dogs. Sharp money on the Diamondbacks. Big money back in the Pirates here, though. But 66% of the money is on the Diamondbacks at home. In the final game tonight, Rockies and the Giants. Giants minus 175 home favorites. Got an Action Network expert back in the Giants today, but big money on the Rockies at plus 159. Only 8% of the bets, but 19% of the money is backing the Rockies. So there you have it. That is today's MLB slate for you. Make sure you smash the like button on this video. Let me know who you're betting on today in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel.